Every one of us make promises on a fairly regular basis with those that we're around, maybe the people we work with or our family. I wonder how many times, though, we make those promises and then do not remember to do anything about it. One of the easiest ways to make an empty promise is to say to someone who is telling you about a problem, "I'm going to be praying for you," and then not ever find that time or opportunity to really go to God in prayer for that individual. Promises to have value must be ones that we plan and we work to keep. Some people can say something to you that they're going to do, such as, "I'm going to be praying for you," and you never have a doubt that they really will do that. They're going to spend time before God talking to Him about your needs or your hurts and some way to help. But other times we have people who make those promises and somehow deep down we know that it'll never be fulfilled. We say, "I'll call you," and then don't call. We say, "I'll be there at a certain time," and then we're not there. How important is it for someone to be a person that keeps their word under all circumstances? Think about a marriage relationship for a moment. We make a lot of promises when we're getting married to the one that we're going to marry. We promise faithfulness always. "I'll be true to you. I'm going to stand by you and to be with you in sickness and health, richer, poor, better, worse, till death shall we part." It's quite a promise. And so often, even with the marriages that stay together, we don't fulfill all of those promises. We very easily become frustrated with our partner that they've not kept all the promises, but it never seems quite as bad that we've not kept them either. In reality, when a promise is broken in a relationship, the relationship itself suffers. It has a crack that is pulled between them. There's something that is flowing between the two individuals that keep them from being one as God intended. And the only way to rebuild that relationship is to go back and admit the failure and ask for forgiveness, and then make a change in us. If we ask for forgiveness on a thing and say, "Hey, look, I'll never do that again," but then do it again just in a matter of a few days, then our request for forgiveness and our promise to change seems quite empty. What if God made promises to us and didn't keep them? Oh, He's a great and a mighty God. And Peter says He makes for us exceedingly great and precious promises, that by these we may be partakers of the divine nature, having escaped the corruption that is in the world through lust. It's through the great promises of God, promises like forgiveness, like presence, He'll be with us every day, like I'll help you in time of need, or like I'm going to stand beside you at all times. When Paul was facing death at the hand of Nero, he said, "All men forsook me, but the Lord stood by me and strengthened me." And so our Lord makes amazing promises to us. And the reality is, our living for God joyfully and in anticipation demands that we be able to trust His promises. if I don't believe God is a trustworthy God and that He will fulfill the promises, my hope for God's blessings will go down immeasurably. We'll lose that very faith in the Lord that keeps us moving forward and closer to Him all the time. Promises to be of value cannot be empty promises that are just words, but have to be those promises that we're going to stand by even if it causes us hurt. He that makes a promise or swears to something to his own hurt and keeps it is one that you can depend upon, one that you can know you trust in everything. Great promises with one that keeps them makes an amazing amount of good in one's life.